and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I am very, very grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this video, give me a Fonzie. I don't know why. It looks like I got red all over my face. But anyways, give me a Fonzie either by double tapping the screen or just simply hitting that thumb. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. Only take what resonates. It's not personal. It's a general reading. All right. If you leave any nasty comments, they'll get deleted. I'm just giving you a heads up now. I've had my share. I don't take well to kind words with an underlining energy of cruelty. Okay, I don't do it. All right, so I'm just giving you a heads up. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you don't miss when I go live or when I post videos. With all that being said, thank you very much. I am grateful for each and every one of you guys. All right, it helps out this channel, and I am greatly appreciative of all of your love and support. This video is TGIF. Thank God it's Freya Day. For the element of water, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. I seen 143 and then it switched over to 144. 143 means I love you. And 144 means it's part of your calling, water signs. All right, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So let's go ahead and get started and clear out your energy. So we're going to take some big deep breaths in through our nose, and then we're going to exhale slowly through your mouth, and then we're going to say, I release all that no longer serves us. So let's go ahead and get started. In through your nose. Exhale slowly. I release all that no longer serves me. I release all that no longer serves me. I don't know why I cannot hit this thing. I release all that no longer serves me. Let's give one for good measure for the water signs. There you go. Alrighty. Thank you, water signs, for doing that with me. I am greatly appreciative of everything. All right, water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Divine Feminine. What would you like to address with the water signs? Alrighty, so I have no clue how to pronounce this beautiful name, but she says, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. So she reminds me of Kuan Yin. I don't know why, but she does. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. So coming into Sacred Union, water signs. And we have Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am authentic. I am my authentic self in all my circumstances. So that's the Divine Feminine that wants to come through and speak to us today, water signs. So what number is she bringing? Master number 22. So today is August 14th. 14 is a 5. Plus 5 is 13, right? Which really boils down to a 4. Plus 1 is a 5. So 5 is today's energy. The changes that we are making. We are mastering these changes today. What are we mastering? Being in balance, being in sync. 22, master number 22, 2 talks about balance. 22 talks about being in balance with other people, being in sync with people around you. So 22, water signs. Uh, the Catholic saint Vibia Perpetua shows us the power of authenticity. She was married noblewoman and mother living in 3rd century Carthage, I don't know, with modern day Tunisia in North Africa. The Roman Emperor Septimus forbade any conversation to Judaism and Christianity. In celebration of his birthday, several, oh my gosh, these freaking words, or Christians being instructed in faith were arrested. She, along with a pregnant slave named Felicitas, were among them. Those who would not renounce their faith were sentenced to a public death in the arena. While Perpetua awaited her trial, she kept a prison diary. The Passion of Saint Perpetua has become one of the oldest and most extraordinary early Christian texts. At one point in the Passion, she describes a visit from her father. He begs her to renounce Christianity. She asks him, "See the pot lying there? Can you call it by any other name than what it is?" And when her father says no, of course not, then she continues, "Neither can I call myself by any other name than what I am, a Christian." This name is derived from the Latin perpetuus, I don't know, mean continuous. Even though her father visited several more times to plead with her to be dutiful daughter, wife, and mother, she refused to renounce her faith in Christ. She maintained his truth as paramount. At a time when a woman's societal role was defined by her father and husband, her prison diary also relates her relationship with Saint Felicitas and the class structures that Christianity transcends. Even though one is a noblewoman and one a slave, they died in the arena together in 203 CE as equals. Sister, what did I say about 22? Equals, balance. See how the numbers align with the messages? When we find the courage to be true to who we really are, a vitality returns to us, a voice that's both moving and compelling simply because it's authentic. Her words in her very personal emotional diary were so impactful that 200 years later, the renowned church father Augustine could write about her beauty and truth. This saint suggests that there is no greater power than choosing to remain our authentic self in all circumstances. She is that person who remains loyal to her soul, and she urges us through her example to embrace the power of being authentic now. Even in the face of death, she courageously fast to her truth, that she was Christian. Her right hand revealed the Christ mudra. She also reminds us that journaling, writing can be a sacred act of returning to ourselves, of listening to the soul voice inside of us, and of going inward and finding our answers. So Christ consciousness is very significant here, water signs. She is a call to a journal writing practice, even if it's just to record our dreams each morning. The inner voice that greets us as we write strengthens our authenticity. That voice becomes a light, a fire that calls us, claim us as we dare to live out its truth. I am authentic self in all my circumstances. What is the truest statement I can say about who I am? So it's about being faithful to Christ consciousness. Our Christ consciousness is our crown chakra, our soul star chakra, right? The crown chakra is our crown, our head. The soul star chakra is the next chakra above it, which would be our Christ consciousness, our still small voice within us, right? The consciousness that's within each and every one of us. or Christos consciousness, whatever you want to call it, right? You say tomato, I say tomato. All right, so Saint Perpetua, what wisdom would you like to give the element of water? See how it's illuminated around her crown? That chakra. What wisdom would you like to give the element of water? You have a choice to make. 13. That's at 8:14 energy. So the fork in the road asks you, which path are you going to take? Are you going to take the path where you are not authentic to who you truly are? You're not true to your Christ consciousness. You're not true to the power of who you are, which is the road most taken because you want to fit in somewhere? Or are you going to take the road less traveled where you're going to be the first footprints in that road where you're going to leave a legacy? Which one are you going to take? Clean it up. So you're being asked to clean out that mental clutter, because not all that glitters is made of gold. So somebody's mask is being ripped off when it comes to the tribe of people around them. So somebody has a decision to make. We have a monkey, we have an owl, we have a llama. See? The monkey, there's the owl, there's the monkey. So which one are you going to feed? Don't feed that monkey mind, right? Where you allow other people to make up your mind. Don't allow anybody to bend your will. Stand firm in what you believe in. It doesn't matter. Religion is just a label anyways. Because true religion lies in the heart space and how you treat people. You treat people with kindness, that makes you a good person. If you have a kind heart, a generous heart, people have a tendency to take advantage of that. You need to be aware of that. So you got a decision to make. So we got 2-2, which is a 4. Got a 13, which is a 4. So 4 is significant. You can be seeing 144, 444, 1444, 1144. So the wisdom she wants to tell you is it's time to make a decision. Consider the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. So yeah, again, she's saying, what choice are you going to make? Are you going to bend in somebody else's box because they say you have to? Or are you going to stand in your power of authenticity and make a choice to go down a path less traveled? Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and you're being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one worn by others who have come before you? And that talks about her being persecuted because she refused to switch religions. She stood in her faith of Christ consciousness. She didn't follow the crowd that already laid the footprints. She chose the one less traveled, which is going to leave a legacy. Remember, the book, the diary, leaving a legacy. This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroad. Take heart as to no matter what path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. You have reached a moment of truth in the evolution of a relationship, possibly a relationship with your higher self. Some of you may be going through an ego death. 1221 could be significant. 2221 could be significant. All right, Perpetua. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name. The Saint of Authenticity. What else? Yeah, Ace of Cups. So this is the root chakra energy. So the Ace of Cups in reverse talks about the toxicity, the lack of intuition. This talks about somebody who has an empty cup. You know, this talks about looking outside of yourself to get that cup filled, looking to other people to get that cup. When you have the capacity to fill your own cup and to trust your own gut, you don't need somebody else to guide you. That's a path I feel that your ancestors have walked down. They were unable, they walked down a path, they traveled down a path ancestors before them have traveled down, where they have given their power away, where they have looked to outside sources for answers. That's why I'm saying the choice is yours. Which road are you going to travel? Are you going to travel the one where you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel safe in trusting your intuition, where you keep being fed this toxic emotion of other people's opinions? You're going to flip that cup around and start trusting your own intuition and being fulfilled within the Christ consciousness. Yeah, the choice is yours. So the Seven of Coins talks about where you put your time, your energy, and focus is where things are going to grow. This talks about growth. So somebody needs to focus on filling up their own cup, feeling secure within their own choices, standing in their Christ consciousness, focusing on their own powers, putting a lot of time and energy into their own growth, following their intuition. Empress, Divine Feminine. Somebody has a high statue, like a high, like divine authority here with the Empress and the King of Swords. Somebody has a very high spiritual authority here. Fork in the road. Show me a little bit about this, a little bit more about this decision. Element of water. Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands in reverse talks about you're not, it's like this definitely talks about going down that road where people have other people have put their footprints down. Okay. The Knight of Wands also in reverse talks about somebody who's very cocky, very arrogant, very self-centered. You know, this also talks about somebody who lacks love, right? This is somebody who can never settle down. They're always, you know, laying the wrap, the snake charmer, so to speak, always laying the wrap, right? Always wanting your cup of love, but never being able to reciprocate it back. This is somebody who may have a God complex. Rico Suave. For some of you, you may make a choice between Rico Suave and another person. Remember, she talks about she died, right? Because she refused something. She refused to bow down to other people's authority. She stood in her power, her authentic, sovereign power. This is somebody who stood in their power and says, no, I'm not giving you my cup of love. You're toxic. What do? Collect your jar of hearts here, right? Give me the Ace of Cups for Perpetua. Yep. The Four of Coins, so this talks about the 14. That's today. This talks about somebody who either took something to the extreme or, somebody is hanging on to that toxic emotion, which is blocking their heart chakra from receiving something, receiving downloads or receiving the message, or maybe even being in a scarcity mindset that is blocking them from receiving their abundance. Somebody is really hanging on to something. 14, that's today. The 5 energy, refusing to change something. This is somebody who feels very insecure. This is somebody who has a lot of insecurities. That's why on the bottom of the deck, somebody is being told to clean out that clutter. Whatever you're hanging on to, it no longer serves you. It lost its shine. It's toxic. 1, 4, 3. 2, 1 adds up to a 3. 1, 4, 3. Because whatever this, all that glitters is not gold. So just because it looks all nice and shiny, right? This Knight of Cups, whatever is in that cup may look all nice and shiny, but it's not. It's toxic. So somebody needs to clean it out. It could be astral traveling as well. Somebody could be blocked. See, look, the different signs pointing. Pointing this way, one pointing that way. Which direction do I go? See, that llama is tied to that pole. Or tied to something. Somebody may feel tied and bound to a situation. Give me the Knight of Wands in reverse. For the element of water. 3 of Wands. What did I say? 1, 4, 3. This is somebody who's just always looking for an opportunity. An opportunity. This is somebody who uses fake words. I love you, but it's fake. This is the kind of person who tells you everything you want to hear just to get in your drawers. This person may be acting like that they are soulmate or, or something along them lines. This also could be a fake Christian. The 3 of Wands talks about somebody's waiting for an opportunity, an opportunist. Right? Always the next option. This is somebody who likes to use people as options. They don't know what true, authentic love is. This is somebody who's like a sneaky snake. Snake charmer, Rico Suave. Thank you, Spirit. Rico Suave. That's one thing. But yeah. Don Juan, Rico Suave, whatever you want to call it. I'm telling you, 140, telling you I love you just to get your love. But I feel like somebody made a choice not to go there. Somebody needs to clean up their act here. Yeah, this is definitely somebody who's an opportunist. I'm there for just an opportunity just to get my needs fulfilled, and then I'm off to the next adventure, right? This also talks somebody seeing into the future, somebody watching you at a distance or looking into the distance. This is somebody who's always looking for a place to lay their head. Like they're always looking for somebody to take care of them because they feel like this, like somebody always has to take care of me. Like this is definitely somebody who has a very toxic, a very bad attitude. And they like to hang on to that repetitive pattern. Somebody who lacks self-love. They're always looking for love outside of themselves. Yep, 2 cups. That's the truth. Yeah, this is somebody who likes to have side pieces. They may be with somebody, but they're always looking for mistress. They're always looking. This is somebody who likes to be in third-party situations, right? Look, 2, 2, 22. That's the truth. Oh, I'm with somebody, but I'm not happy with them. So I'm going to get me a side piece because I'm not emotionally fulfilled in the relationship that I have. I'm always looking for another opportunity here. Because being in this relationship, it's scary. Like I don't know how to open myself to love. So I'd rather just keep myself in a third party situation and have a secret side piece here. One that I can lay the wrap to. I'm telling you, Rico Suave, Don Juan. Out of cups. Yeah, they're married. Somebody who is married and in a relationship, but always looking for, yeah, a secret side piece. 69. I'm telling you. 69. What did I say? All right, let me shuffle up these cards a little bit. So you may have to make a decision between Enrique Suave and maybe the real deal. Yeah, Queen of Swords, 7 of Swords. Something is about to be revealed about this spiritual narcissist. Oh, look. We have a matching pair. So we have the Queen of Swords with the 7 of Swords in reverse. We have the 7 of Coins with the King of Swords in the upright position. See the matching pair? Look at the 2 7s. 7, 7. Is significant. So the Queen of Swords come out with 7 of Swords. This Queen of Swords is somebody who is, going around behind somebody's back, sneaking, lying, being, spreading a lot of lies. I thought it was funny to try to possibly unalive somebody because of the fact of different face, right? This is somebody who had a God complex. They're about to be exposed. This person is about to be exposed. This person thought they could say, I love you, you're my best friend, but in all actuality, they were hidden enemies. They thought it was truly, truly funny what they were doing behind your back. And then you got this one over here, the King of Swords, who is putting a lot of time and energy and focus into something. Somebody is about to be revealed. This hidden enemy is about to be revealed. Who had a God complex. This person could have tried to set you up because it does talk about going to jail, right? Being imprisoned because she refused to switch her faith. This is crown chakra, Christ consciousness, the 7 of coins, right? So this person thought that they had the right. Give me more with the 7 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Justice. I'm telling you. This person tried to set somebody, but going around behind somebody's back, spreading a lot of lies, spreading a lot of rumors, gathering up people to come up against them because their belief systems were different. They're about to be exposed for trying to set somebody up to jail. They even possibly could have paid somebody. 711 could be significant. This is a couple. This talks about bringing that state of balance in. Growth, soul's growth, right? The growth of the soul, everything that you've experienced was helping you to grow. Definitely somebody's about to be exposed. Some sort of a hidden agenda, trying to set somebody up to go to jail. Some sort of a legal thing. They're about to be exposed. Somebody paid for something here. Seven, 117, mirroring. This is somebody who's very narcissistic, very verbally abusive, very verbally manipulative. Somebody who likes to think that, like I said, they have a God complex. They think they have authority over people. Give me a little bit more about this decision. So the Aquarius card in reverse talks about a sense of hopelessness. Something needs to be healed. Somebody could be breaking a generational curse, breaking out of that mindset, that ego death here. Somebody is going through an ego death. There's 8-8 coming through here. The moon, yeah, the 4 of Swords. So 88 is significant. The 4 of Swords in reverse talks about somebody not feeling well, right? Coming in maybe to somebody's dream, somebody's meditation. So the moon card talks about illusions. Could talk about your dreams, but definitely about illusions. Somebody, yeah, because look, somebody was very vain. See how she's looking in a mirror? See the 5 swords? The 5 of the swords talks about, the persecution, the spine, the lying, the gossiping, the fingers. 3 of swords, causing a lot of heartache, despair, right? But it's in reverse. So somebody is no longer trapped in a situation. They're no longer trapped in some sort of an illusion. Somebody made a choice to lay something to rest. Now somebody else is feeling hopeless. They're feeling lost. They're unable to heal from a situation. Because somebody here made some sort of a choice. Strong Aquarius energy. Look, Queen of Swords. I'm telling you. Queen of Swords. There it is. They're about to be exposed. So exposed. For what they did. For the illusion that they were casting. For keep somebody trapped. Feeling insecure. This somebody is very toxic. Right? Somebody who's very toxic. They felt justified in what they did. They're going to look like a fool. This is somebody who may have tried to set up a humiliation spell. Now they're going to look like a fool. Because something did not work. Somebody did not keep somebody in the... See how she's looking over that Nine of Swords? Somebody did not keep somebody up in their head. Keeping them in fear. They did it. They found balance and they moved forward. Yeah, somebody heavily betrayed somebody. Somebody caused somebody a lot of mental pain and suffering here. Tried to sacrifice them. Wanted them to feel rejected, left out in the cold. Right? Wanted this extreme anxiety. Wanted them to, extreme anxiety. Somebody who's a dark empath. Somebody who's very verbally and emotionally abusive. They're about to be exposed. And they are not happy about it. For trying to trap somebody. Trying to trap somebody. Possibly even trying to get them to self-sacrifice. Going into somebody's dreams. Trying to get them to self-sacrifice. Somebody messing with a star seed. Why is this star in reverse? Tell me more about the star in reverse. Tell me more about the star in reverse. Yeah. They were trying to get them to sacrifice themselves. They wanted them to feel rejected. They wanted them to feel isolated from their soul star chakra. They didn't want them. They were trying to guide them in the wrong direction. By forcing their own belief systems upon them. It was like, you're either going to believe what I believe in, or you're gonna be unalived. Yeah. They wanted them in this hopeless energy of rejection and, yeah, a rejection and orphaned and abandoned. But it was just an illusion. And somebody threw it. Look, Mother Mary. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible this time. So I feel like that's what's happening here. This is somebody who's, it's either my way or the highway, right? I'm right, you're wrong, right? I'm right for believing in, I'm right because I'm a Catholic. No, I'm right because I'm Christian. No, I'm right because I'm not religious. No, I'm right, right? In all actuality, it doesn't matter what label you put on your religious status. It's all about what's in your heart. That's right. It's all about what's in your heart. Somebody's name could be Mary. So it could be somebody's neighbor, somebody's church community. It could be definitely talking about a community or a social circle here. Lord Ganesh. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support connections are increasing. Yes, because somebody made the right choice. Somebody made the right choice. Somebody made the choice to stand in their authentic self. and leave a legacy behind by walking down a path that nobody else has ever walked down. And that path included self-love, self-respect. Because they cracked the illusion here. They definitely seen something in their dreams, seen something in their spiritual state. Now there's some sort of an opportunity coming somebody's way with infinite abundance attached to it. So somebody left go their scarcity mindset of feeling abandoned. And I feel like this Queen of Swords individual paid for something. They made a choice to pay for something. Could have something to do with a lawyer. They could even paid somebody in the community or paid a practitioner of some sort, because we did have the High Priestess there, to do something. Yeah, somebody has a spirit animal. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love. So your animal could be an elephant. Your animal could be a dog. Your animal could be an owl, a llama, a monkey. It could be a cat. It could be a bird. It could be whatever you want it to be. It could be a deer. So, live your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I live my joy. What did I say about nature? Something could be happening outside in nature. Thank you, angels, for helping me reconnect through fresh air, new beginnings. You found all the missing pieces of yourself and brought yourself back into a state of wholeness and peace. Why? Because it showed you something. Your third eye is popping. You listened to your intuition. You seen something for what it was, and you made a decision not to go down that path. That is what I see for you here, water signs.